So today I've been filming like a video trying to like show the process of me writing a poem. I haven't really liked a whole lot that I've written so far anyways. I can still read some of it out to you, and I will because my hair is in my book. Oh my god. It will segue into what I want to talk about now. Forgiveness was misunderstood. Thus it starved and shriveled up. It became as unrecognizable as it was doomed to become. Insight got mangled, tortured, and it bled. When I look to the tenses, I'm dizzied and tricked. Every direction, I see myself waving and warped. Ultimately, I'm the same me as was born. Shadows bend, and I gladly see you. Reality is irrelevant. I can create the truth. And then there's one I kind of don't want to share. These next two are both only 4 lines, and I don't want to share one of them. The fact that it even came to my mind is an example of the thing that I want to talk about. I'll read the second one first. A seventh sense, a deeper touch, abstract concepts, abstract love. Lust, leather, lunacy, never enough for me. Finishing on technology, loving when it electrocutes me. So, what I wanted to talk about a while ago, I didn't make this video, I don't think it's on my channel, but I also don't know if I ever spoke about the fact that I wanted to make it. I know I told individual people, but I don't know if I brought it up on my channel. But I was going to make a video about fetishes. I think disordered behavior was my last like normal video before I started posting poetry. So it was gonna be, when I started posting poetry, it was gonna be a video about fetishes. But I think I might have filmed it like twice and I was never really happy with it. But I'm thinking about it again because it's interesting and I don't really understand it myself. That's kind of why I wanted to talk about it, was because I was clearly gonna write a poem about it. I don't know how to put it into words like that. Like, how do you explain? I mean, I can explain something inanimate or abstract being attractive, but that doesn't mean it's understandable. I don't know if I wouldn't describe myself as objectum. There's another word for that, but I don't remember what it is. But basically, there are people who are genuinely attracted to inanimate objects. Like there was one guy with the car that trended a bit, I guess that was popular. Some guy fucked his car. A woman like married a building of some kind, I don't remember what. There's probably been quite a few of them, like this is a common thing. For some reason a fence came to mind, I don't know if that was one. Probably like planes, trains, something like that. A lot of people, a really popular one is computers, but in its own way that links in more with like robots and stuff. People really love robots, and on the surface it can seem weird, but like when you actually look into those communities, you see people talking about insecurity and shame and things like that. Things you're not gonna feel if you're fucking a computer, I guess. That's not what I'm calling them. I think when I first discovered that specific kind of objectum, I saw someone else describing it as computer fuckers. So I wonder how many people are like attracted to instruments. I feel like you have to be like that's, and also like the amount of dirty jokes you can get out of that I think would be pretty good. If I had to, I don't think I'm an objectum, but I'm thinking like if I had to choose something in my room that's like sexy, it might be the sewing machine. I'll show you. Not even just based on the visual of the sewing machine, but having sewed with it, like the turning the handle and the like noise it makes. I feel way too enthusiastic to like not wonder if I'm one of these people. It's so strange. I need something to lean on. I'm uncomfortable. Bro, there's not enough space. I can't help but feel like it's not that strange. Especially because I really love Ethel Cain and I remember a video of hers. I mean, she's weird anyways. One video of hers, she's going through these, it's part 2 of her art book tour. And one of them is architecture, it's brutalist architecture. And she describes it as like erotic and dominant. Like, yeah, I don't know if that counts as objectum, like finding an entire kind of architecture sexy. But I get it, but not with brutalism. I've actually always hated brutalism, but I really like old crappy American wooden houses, like shit 70s ones kind of, I think, is generally what I lean towards. But it has to be like dilapidated. Did I say that right? I literally wrote a poem called Dilapidate. I never said I could pronounce it. I get why people like gothic architecture, but I don't find it that sexy. But I think a large part of the reason I don't is because I actually, like, people associate that with like vampires and stuff. If it was associated more with a religion, I don't think I'd actually have an issue with it. But I really hate like the vampire thing and like the blood thing. Like, it's such a boring fucking trope. Like, I'm really sorry, but I think if you're into the whole vampire thing, like, that's so unoriginal and just like lame. Only got that because everyone else got it, you know? Is that bad to say? Like, oh, the vampire one, okay. Is anyone into like werewolves? But even that I can't get behind because I just think it sounds shit. I think I could get behind like being attracted to like Frankenstein, zombies maybe, that would be interesting and filthy. Another thing is like, maybe yeah, werewolves are filthy, but vampires are like not really. They don't get dirty, they just want blood. Like, they don't get like nasty. Zombies are nasty. It's becoming very clear to me now why I didn't want to make this video, actually. As soon as I start filming discussions like this, I'm like, oh, this is personal, and maybe it's not personal, weird, and not, oh, I don't know, it just feels strange. One of my least favorite things I found from, because I like had, like when I was gonna make this video originally, I had like it kind of planned out, and one of the things I came across, because I wanted a few different things to talk about, forced head shaving. I hated that one. That's so weird. One part of it I found interesting is some of it is like a military thing. Like, there's definitely like almost clearly defined subcategories to these kinds of things, and one of them was like kind of a military-esque thing, but then the other side of it mostly seemed to be like drunk people. Not for me. But I found medical fetishism quite interesting. Now I kind of, thinking about it, wish I looked into like whatever the psychological version of that would be, which wouldn't be great because there's a lot of like, you know, there's like memes about people being like, I want a autistic baddie or a BPD baddie or some shit like that. Like, that's the lame stuff. But like, also, you like shouldn't fetishize mental illnesses. I get that. You also probably shouldn't fetishize like amputees and stuff, but you know, people do it, and I think it'd be interesting to look into like a psychological fetishism. There's probably a lot of like Harley Quinn types in that. But besides like amputees and weird stuff, there's like people who will do like at-home IVs. Count me out. One post I saw from that was this guy who's talking about how he's chronically ill and he's in hospital a lot, and he, like, would you describe it as having medical fetishism? And he felt really guilty because he loved it. But I kind of get, like, if you have to go to hospital all the time, wouldn't you kind of want to make it nice for yourself? I get that a bit. I'm a bit of a germaphobe, but I get kind of interested in dirt, like I said about the old American buildings, and I love, like, specifically dirty ones, and like zombies, I said before. Like, the idea of something being dirty piques my interest, but I hate dirt. I'm petrified of it. I like want it. I want dirt. I want dirt. If I ever actually touch dirt, I'm like, oh my god, I'm never gonna be clean again. But that's the part of it that you make into the fetish, right? Like, that's why it's there. That's what you do with it. Oh my god, I wrote a poem about it. Fears become fetishes. Wait, it will be in here. Shame, Renee. Guts, bowels, teeth, leather, skin, unfit, God. Okay, girl, chill. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Fears become fetishes when you become desperate enough. Fears become fetishes when you're ready to change. Wake from the nightmare, free yourself of the shame. Shame, Renee, guts, bowels, teeth, leather, skin, unfit, God. I remember at one point I wanted to... I'm losing track, and I really hate that. I really like to be more organized than this, but I genuinely don't remember what I've shared and what I haven't. My handwriting looks really nice here. And then later I'm gonna be like, what was I on about? I don't know how that looked to you. Everyone I dream of is faceless and nameless, but to me you will never be beyond recognizing. You must be meticulous to make the skin fit. Without growth nor adjustments, it's obvious you don't fill the shoes. You couldn't walk a mile in them, and that distance is only the trial. The journey is unlikely yours to make. I don't know if I ever shared this or not. Turning the handle, rowing the boat looks easy. Forward, down, back, up. The ease is imaginary. The needle, you must be meticulous to make the skin fit. Ow. I have a scab on my heel and I just pulled it off. Oh my god. Ow. Ew. Okay, that's not what I'm meant to be doing anyway. Andy Beersack. I still like that one. I love vultures. Bones, bones, bones. I actually, if I had to choose like a favorite poem of mine, it might be Thistles, which is on my channel, if you haven't seen it already. I was talking about medical fetishism. I know that. I have no idea. I thought maybe I could get like a rant out of myself, but I honestly just got distracted. I totally forgot to mention this, and I'm so excited that I just remembered it. So like I mentioned, I looked into objectum, forced head shaving, and medical fetishism, and one of the other ones was this Tumblr account. I saw a post itself from a different account about a poster found an account that would just post pictures of men who were about to be hanged, smoking. And I was like, that sounds amazing. So I go to this blog only to find out that it's exclusively AI pictures. Obviously weird because it's AI. But it was also the fact that it was like, it seemed to just take place in like some kind of back garden. Like it didn't even make sense. What I had in mind reading the original post was I was like, oh, these are gonna be like scenes from like Westerners with like, it's gonna be like dark, like almost like black and white, like sepia or something, and it's gonna be these grungy men smoking cigarettes with a rope around their neck. I was so excited. But today I was looking on Tumblr, maybe? I like looking at weird stuff on Tumblr, and I found a picture of a guy hanging upside down, which, okay, whatever, he's hanging with a cigarette in his mouth, and it was like black and white. I won the internet. I won the internet today. That felt like such relief. Like I immediately thought back to that stupid fucking disappointing blog, and I was like, yes, I don't remember the word, but like when you get back the good that you were hoping for, like when you know, I should know words better than I do. I got what I wanted. Anyways.